everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Corin, also known as the Kitten Choreographer, and I'm a teen with a passion for kitten rescue and makeup. So, today is a Wednesday video, which means that I'm talking about makeup. So today we're talking about my 2020 makeup favorites. Now, I already did a video all about my top 10 eyeshadow palettes of 2020, so I'm gonna go ahead and link that in the description below. This video is about everything other than eyeshadow, and I decided to not just do 10 products, to just go through each category and talk about my favorites. Because I got all of these products in 2020, they are all cruelty-free and vegan. I know in my last tutorial I accidentally used some products that are not vegan, but that's because I got them before 2020, and really the end of 2019 and 2020 was the first year I started buying all vegan and cruelty-free makeup. So all of the products in that video were cruelty-free, but not all of them were vegan, so I'm sorry about that, but all of these are cruelty-free and vegan. So we're gonna go ahead and start in the order that I do my makeup. So the first thing I do when I start doing my makeup is I put on a lip mask or chapstick just so my lips stay moisturized while I do the rest of my base. And the lip mask that I've really been loving this year is the Mulan Gold Lip Mask from the Mulan X ColourPop collection. Sorry, this is pretty reflective, but this lip mask comes in a set with some of their face milk kind of stuff. I don't remember if that's the exact name, and while I do like the face milk, I don't feel like it's completely necessary in a skincare routine. I used it up, but I'm not sure I'm gonna rebuy those anytime soon just because they cost money, and you know, money, I can't just throw it away. But I really love this lip mask. I know they came out with some in their Hello Kitty collection. I'm assuming it's the same formula, but if it is, I completely recommend this, and this is still available. I'm gonna link all of these products in the description below if you want to purchase them. If you do end up purchasing them, please use the links in the description below because I do make a small commission if you purchase from those links, and that's really helpful for me. I really love this lip mask. It looks like I haven't used a lot of it, but you really don't need very much. And I got this a while ago, but then I lost it for a while, and then when I was cleaning out my drawer, I found it. This was a few weeks ago, and I remembered how much I loved it. I was so sad when I did lose it, but I was just so happy when I refound it, and it's definitely a favorite from me. Now, the next thing I do is I put on eyeshadow, and then I don't put on mascara or anything. I go back to my face. So the first primer that I'm going to be talking about is the Catrice Aqua Fresh Hydro Primer. So this primer is absolutely amazing. It's really moisturizing and hydrating, but also kind of smooths out your face and blurs your pores, but it doesn't feel silicone-y at all. I'm not really a fan of feeling silicone-y textures because it kind of feels like there's just a film over my face, in my opinion. But I love this primer. I can't tell exactly how the way through because there's air, but I'm at least halfway through this primer. It is so awesome. And the next primer that I have, it's not new. Like, I don't know how many of these products came out in 2020, but I tried all of these in 2020. So this is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I basically went through an entire many of these and then purchased the full size, and then I'm trying to conserve it because I know I'm going to use this up, and it's an expensive product, so I don't want to just use it willy-nilly and then have to repurchase it really soon. But this is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. It's really sticky and tacky, and it really is also hydrating, so it makes a perfect base for makeup under a mask. And sorry, I'm trying to go quickly because I do have a lot of products to talk about, but sorry if I keep on rambling. So for the foundation that I picked, it is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Foundation. Urban Decay Stay Naked Weightless Liquid Foundation. I love this foundation. It's so good. It has kind of a soft matte finish, but it's not drying. It's medium to full coverage, but I go in with a kind of light hand, and it ends up being like medium coverage. It's awesome. The only gripe I have is that it's a kind of cheapy feeling plastic, and I feel like since it was a really expensive high-end foundation, they could have made it a glass bottle, but that's just a personal preference. At least I can take this traveling without knowing that it'll break. Traveling. Where am I gonna go? But eventually, when I can travel again, I can take this. So I have enjoyed several concealers throughout 2020, but this is the only one that I've tried that like really became a favorite that I tried in 2020. So this is the Milani Conceal and Perfect Long Wear Concealer. This concealer is awesome. It's really comparable to the Too Faced Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. It just has like a doe foot applicator, but this stuff is just so amazing. It's like not hydrating to the point that like it looks too dewy on your under eyes, but it's pretty hydrating. At least it doesn't make your under eyes look crinkly or anything. And it's just an awesome concealer. It's full coverage. I don't have to use very much of it to make my under eyes look the amount of coverage that I want, which is usually a pretty full coverage. But I love this concealer. It's just very awesome is all I can say. It's just really great. So yeah, I'm very bad at just describing product, so I'm trying my best here, but I can just say I love it, and that's it. So I love all these products, but basically I don't have a like eyeshadow powder that I really like. I'm the kind of person like powders don't necessarily excite me very much. Like I need one, I set my under eyes with one every time I do my makeup, but it's just like I'll use one, I'll use it up, I'll try a new powder, I'll use it up. And I normally go for a drugstore powder just because high-end powders, I go through them pretty quickly and they're expensive, but yeah, they're just powder to me, so I haven't found one that is just absolutely incredible yet. If I do, I'll tell you. So after powder, I do bronzer. This is also a Milani product, actually. This is the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer. This bronzer is incredible. It is so silky and matte and it just really bronzes up your complexion. It's pretty buildable, and I know it really looks like I haven't used very much of this, but I actually have. I've used it a decent amount. I haven't used it the most ever, just because, yeah, you can't really see that swatch. It's a very light product, but it's buildable. I just put so much product on for everything, but I do like being able to just build it because I don't want to be too bronzed. So I don't like my bronzers to be super pigmented, so I can really build it up and then it just be nice and creamy looking. I don't know why I want it to be creamy looking, silky looking. I guess that's the word I'm looking for, and this bronzer really does that for me. I have not used this nearly as much as I wanted to, just because I'm really trying to finish up the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I'm so close, like I only have a little bit left on one part of the side. I'm gonna finish it soon, but once I finish this, this is gonna get so much more love because it is really awesome and I do love it. I don't know why I have the shade 02 Sunkissed. I really thought I would need the shade 01, but when I went to pick it up, I think I got it at CVS, they didn't have the shade 01, so I got 02, but it's really a decent shade for my light skin because it's so buildable. So I have a few blushes to talk about. Two of them, it's kind of cheating to put them in here because I got them pretty recently, but I already know that I love them. And it makes sense that I love them because other people rave about them too. But let's go ahead and talk about one that I've had for a while and I know I love. This is the Lunar Beauty blush palette. This palette is incredible. Not only is the packaging stunning, but you look and it's just the perfect range of shades. Like if you're only gonna put out one blush palette, these shades are the right shades to go. It has a perfect range from light to dark. Most of these blushes are matte, but there is one shimmery blush, and I personally love shimmery blushes. I know some people that don't, but like blushes just with glitter in them aren't my favorite, but this is like the perfect shimmery blush. Like let me just swatch this for you. It's just, these blushes, they're decent. They're like a nice mix of pigmented and buildable. And this is a really nice just pinky blush, but the shade Pink Moon, this shade is the perfect blush for me if I just want to look pinky and flushed and kind of like I'm a little bit cold. This blush won't work on a lot of people because it really only works on really light pale skin tones, but it works so well on me because I'm like really fair, and it is just one of my favorite blushes. This entire palette, like if I go in with a light hand, I can use these two. I've also used the shade Twilight, this really kind of peachy one. I'm not one for peachy blushes, like so many people love them. I like them, I use them occasionally, but I don't love them. I just don't wear peach looks a lot, and I feel like peach blush just contrasts with some colors, but on the occasion I do want to reach into a peach blush. This one is very good. I know it looks like I haven't used this very much, but I really have. Like there's hardly any kick up when you go into this blush palette. There's just not a lot of kick up, and you can use this a ton of times without making much of a dent. I feel like this would take forever to pan. I kind of want to pan it eventually, at least one shade, but I know that's gonna be like years in the future. And powder products don't really expire, so fortunately I have those years to work with, but it's gonna take forever to substantially look like I've used this up. So one of the other blushes I'm going to talk about is the Ofra x Samantha March Chiclet Blush Duo. This blush is incredible. So it's got a matte side and a shimmer side. I featured this in my last tutorial. Both times I wore blush, and both of the tutorials I did wear this Chiclet blush. It is a stunning blush. Ooh, I didn't pull the plastic off. Okay, satisfying moment here. Wow, I can't believe I hadn't done that yet. But this blush is so awesome. I like to put the matte shade on first and then add the shimmer shade on top. I love a shimmery blush, like I said, so this is just incredible. I love it so much, and I know I haven't used it that many times. I ordered this package a week or two after Black Friday, and then it took a few weeks to come in, but I love this. It's just awesome, and I really knew I was gonna like it. I don't order stuff thinking I might not like it. Like, that's just, I don't have the money to do that, so I knew I would like it, and I'm really glad I do like it. But I really shouldn't be putting this in the favorites because I haven't had it for that long, but I know it's going to be a favorite in the coming months, so I wanted to include it anyways. Sorry if the camera's shaking and all my two kittens are playing with it. And the other one I did get pretty recently too. I ordered this forever ago, but then it took forever to come in. This is the Nabla Skin Glazing Glass Skin Finish Glow Powder in the shade Independence. It's one of the blushy ones. This is stunning. It's such a pretty shimmery blush. I've said this a gazillion times in this video, but I love shimmery blush, and it's just a great one. It's so great. I ordered this for kind of replacement for my Physicians Formula Butter Blush in a shade that's like really light and kind of shimmery. That's a great blush topper. Like, you put it over any shade of blush and it's just glowy and illuminated. I'm so close to being out of that one, and I don't purchase from Physicians Formula anymore because they are not cruelty free, so I ordered this kind of as a replacement for that. Turns out it's a lot more pigmented than the Physicians Formula one, so I can really only use it as a blush, not as a blush topper, but it's okay. I really like it for what it is, and you know, I'm still on the search for a just illuminating blushy like blush topper, but this is just a really nice blush. And again, I haven't had this for that long. I really shouldn't be adding it into a yearly favorites, but I don't do favorites that often, so this wouldn't get to be talked about for a while, so I am putting this into my favorites, and it's really great. So basically the way I do my makeup next is I do my lower lash line, then my mascara, then my brows, and then back to highlight and lips. So basically mascara is another thing that doesn't excite me that much. Brows is another thing that doesn't excite me that much, but I do have a favorite mascara of this year. What I like to do, I only really like to have 1 or 2 mascaras open at the same time because you do have to replace them every 3 months, and there's really no way to use up 3 or 4 mascaras in 3 months. It's just not possible. I'm using the CoverGirl Lash Exhibitionist mascara right now, and I do like it, but my favorite mascara that I tried this year is the Essence Lash Princess mascara. I went through 2 tubes of that this year, I think, and then I wanted to try a different mascara just to see if there were any other formulas that I really enjoyed, but Lash Princess is definitely still my favorite. It can't be beat. It's so inexpensive. It's just incredible. You know, I want to get so many people hooked on this mascara because it's just really incredible. I want to repurchase it for my next mascara maybe just because I really, really want another tube. I miss having it in my collection. It's just so great. I wish I had it here to show you. But yeah, that's what I wanted to mention for my favorite mascara. I don't have a favorite brow product. To me, a brow pencil is a brow pencil and it's not that exciting. It's a necessary part of my routine, but it's not, yay, it's an amazing brow pencil, you know? So I don't really have any to showcase. So for highlight, I was looking through my collection. I have really 2 favorite highlights, but one of them I got in a long time ago, and I'm trying to use it up. It's the ColourPop A Smile and a Song highlight from the original Disney collection. Unfortunately, I don't think they sell it anymore. I'm sorry. But the one highlight that I got this year that I really like is also from the Ofra x Samantha March collection, and this is the Start Inspired highlight. I got this way before I got the other products from that collection. I originally just got this, and then I got the others, but this is a mix of Pillow Talk and I keep wanting to say Rhode Island. It's not Rhode Island. Let me look it up. Star Island. It's Star Island. Pillow Talk and Star Island. Why did I want to say Rhode Island? I knew there was an island in there. But it's Pillow Talk and Star Island, and it is just an amazing, amazing highlight. Ofra's highlighter formula is incredible. I'm going to go ahead and swatch the 2 separately. So this is Pillow Talk and this is Star Island. It is just so, so pretty. Ofra's highlights are so intense and gleaming, and yeah, I got this. It's much sturdier because I've had it for longer, and then I ended up buying the other products in the collection, but it's just amazing. It's so good. It's so pretty on the cheeks and anywhere you want to put highlight. I love it. So yeah, this definitely had to go in my yearly favorites. So now we're going to move on to lips, and surprisingly, I only have like 4 different formulas to talk about. I thought I would have way more, but these are just really the best of the best. So I have multiple lip products from different formulas to talk about. Well, let's just go ahead and talk about the first liquid lipstick formula, which I really didn't like liquid lipsticks in the beginning of 2020. I just thought they were drying. They didn't really feel comfortable on the lips. If you put a gloss on top of it, it was kind of sticky and uncomfortable. But then we had masks, and I first really, really wanted to put a lipstick on underneath my mask. I just didn't feel complete without one. Now I'm like, meh, whatever. You know, but at first I really, really wanted to, and sometimes I do like to put on lipsticks under my mask, and if I'm gonna do that, it's gotta be a liquid lipstick. So I really enjoyed discovering my favorite liquid lipstick formula, which is the Ofra formula. I have 5 shades, I think, but I went ahead and brought out my 3 favorites. These 2 look similar, but they are different undertones, and you know, makeup lovers were like, it's different, it's different. These 2 shades are from the Ofra x Jen Love's collab. I know she was Jen Love's Reviews then, now she's just Jen Love, but I don't know if the collab is still called Ofra x Jen Love's Reviews. I'm not sure. My 2 favorite shades from that collection are Reimagine and Refine. Reimagine, Refine. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch them for you. Whenever you see me wearing like a dark liquid lipstick, it's gonna be this shade. Sorry, I'm left-handed, so holding this up with my right hand is hard. You can see it's just a dark brown. Also, I gotta mention the Ofra liquid lip formula smells divine. It smells like icing or cake or something. And then Refine is like the mid-toned color. This is a really great cool toned. Wow, I'm so bad at swatching. That literally looks atrocious. I'm just swatching with my non-dominant hand because this shade is covered in blushes and highlights. But this is the shade Refine. And lastly, this is a new shade to me, but I already know I love this formula, so I thought I'd go ahead and include it. This is again the Ofra X Samantha March collection. I love this collection. It's honestly just so well done. I could put everything in there. I wanted to put the gloss in too, but I just got it. And this is the shade Story. This is like an amazing mauve color. It does look similar to Refine, I think was the color that was... Yeah, Refine was the color that was mid-toned, but you can see it's more pink, it's a little more mauve-y. I love the shade. It's probably my favorite of the shades that I have, and it's just such a pretty shade, and since I already know I like this formula, I just went ahead and put it in my favorites. And I do really like the Ofra Gloss formula. I just have only used it, maybe I used the gloss twice, but I've only used it a couple times, so I didn't think I could include it in my entire 2020 favorites. The blush I've used a little bit more because I used it for those Christmas looks, and then I used it a couple times on its own, so I've used it more. So I have one bullet lipstick to talk about, and this is just the formula of the Urban Decay Vice lipstick formula. I think it's called the Vice lipstick formula. I have the shade Naked, and you can see I've used so much of it. This is like the perfect pinky nude for me. It's just so pretty. I've used it, I don't remember if I've used it in a tutorial on YouTube, but I've used it countless times on its own. It's just the perfect pinky nude for me. It's very pink, and sometimes I like more of a, I guess, brownier nude, and I have a couple shades for that. I just haven't gotten either of them in 2020, which I know, gross. I should throw them away by now because I got them over a year ago, but they smell fine, so I'm not one to actually listen to expiration dates for anything but mascara. But this formula is just so good and so just nice and comfortable on the lips. It stays for a long time. For a lipstick, you know, it will wear off if you eat and stuff, but it stays well for a lipstick. This is like the satiny formula, I think, or this is the cream formula. Sorry, it says cream formula. They also have matte ones. I haven't tried those, but I've heard those are good as well. I want to get another shade that I heard is a really good nude too, but I just haven't taken the plunge. These are kind of expensive, and I've been trying to buy from smaller brands too, so I'm like, give my money to smaller brands and a pinch of larger brands, but smaller brands too. But this lipstick is really, really good. This is the Luxe Gloss formula from ColourPop. I have two to show you here. I got them in a set. This is the shade Dream Queen, which I'm gonna go ahead and swatch. This is the shade Dream Queen right here. It smells pretty fruity. It smells really good. And then I also have the shade Ticklish. And this is kind of more sheer. These glosses are pretty sheer, but they are really good, and these are similar to the next gloss I'm going to talk about, but they're really good, affordable glosses. They have pretty shades. It's a good formula. I like the applicators, so those are definitely favorites. And my number one favorite gloss formula is the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb formula. So I have mine in the shade Fussy, and this formula is just incredible. It's kind of similar to the Luxe Gloss formula, but this formula is just, it's so good. It's creamy. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe off the swatch because it's on my hand, but it's just so good. It's just such a good gloss formula. I just love it. And this is like the perfect pinky nude for me. I just put it on top of all of my somewhat nude lipsticks, and it looks great because it's so sheer and adds just a little bit of sparkle to your lips. I also like to use it on my own on days when I'm not wearing much makeup or no makeup at all, and it just looks really good. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say for my makeup favorites of 2020. I love all these products. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like it and subscribe for more kitten and makeup related content. I upload on Sundays with a kitten related video and on Wednesdays with a makeup related video. Also, please make sure to leave any thoughts or questions down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching again, and goodbye!